Are you shopping for your first drone, but you're having a super hard time because there's so many options to choose from? Well, you are in the right place, because in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through 3 of some of the most important things to look for in a new camera drone and help you cut through all of the camera drone marketing hype. So let's get started. Thing number 1, motors. Does this drone have brushed or brushless motors? Now you might be saying, Adam, I don't even know what the difference is. Well, I'm going to tell you what the difference is. There are basically 2 different types of motors. Brushed motors and you have brushless motors. Now, that actually refers to like a mechanical thing inside the motor, but that doesn't matter right now. The thing that you need to know is that brushless motors are what you want. Brushless motors are better. Brushed motors are cheaper and typically used on toy grade drones. The practical difference is that brushed motors, while they are cheaper, they're going to wear out faster and not be as efficient or powerful as brushless motors. The other issue with drones that use brush motors is that typically they use a gearing system, possibly made out of plastic, to actually take the high speed of the motor and turn it into enough torque to spin a relatively large propeller, like a 6, 8, maybe a 10-inch propeller that would be way too large for this little tiny motor to drive on its own. Side effects of a brushed motor geared propeller drive is you're going to have more noise, more vibration, possible jamming of the gears if they're low quality and plastic. Now, one benefit you do get is you do get a lot of efficiency in flight. So like you have long flight times off of even a very small battery, but you're not going to have a whole lot of power and you probably won't be able to take a very large payload. Bottom line, brushless motors are the way to go if you want smoother, more efficient, more powerful motors and you're looking for a better quality drone overall. And of course, all brushless motors are not created equal either, so if you spend more money on a nicer drone, it's probably going to have nicer, smoother, more powerful brushless motors. Thing number 2, gimbals. Does the drone you're actually looking at have an actual gimbal? You see, a camera gimbal is used to stabilize the camera to get smooth, steady shots. Gimbals commonly use 1, 2, or 3 motors to stabilize the camera that's underneath the drone. And these are called 1, 2, and 3-axis gimbals, respectively. 2-axis gimbals are probably the most common, especially in the consumer price range. This provides stabilization about the pitch and roll axes. Here's an example drone. So if you have a 2-axis gimbal, you will be able to have a stable image even if you tilt the drone forward and fly forward, or if you tilt it left and right. But what it won't do is you won't be able to pan independently with the camera. So you actually have to rotate your drone if you want to move the camera in that way. Basically, if you need smooth, steady footage, you want a good gimbal. Now, the thing to watch out for is drones that sound and look like they have a gimbal, but they actually do not have a gimbal. For example, it is not uncommon to see a sub $100 camera drone that has what looks like a gimbal, but is actually just a friction adjustable mount that can be maybe rotated or tilted X number of degrees on the ground, but not actually in flight, and it stays fixed to the drone so you don't get any image stabilization. If the manufacturer does not specifically say that that drone has a camera with a gimbal, and they don't advertise it as having a gimbal, because they would, because that's a selling feature, it doesn't have a gimbal. And because of this, you're not going to get nice, smooth footage regardless of what the manufacturer says. Bottom line, if you really care about having smooth, steady footage, you need to get a gimbal, and it's rare to get a gimbal on a camera drone for less than, let's say, $300. Thing number 3, camera quality. Quality, not the animal. Do you want business marketing quality, or do you want just for fun quality? Both are very valid options, but you just need to know which one you want, so then that way you'll get what you want and not be disappointed when you buy a drone that the manufacturer says is amazing, but it actually sucks. You know what I'm saying? This is probably one of the most misleading factors of camera drone marketing. First and foremost, the image quality that you see on your phone in the real-time first-person view camera feed is always going to be worse than the actual recorded image, assuming that it is recording the image to an SD card inside the drone. And most likely, the actual recorded image is not going to be anything near the amazing, crystal clear, stunning HD quality that is advertised in the drone marketing material. And this is especially the case for sub $100, pretty much toy grade drones. Phrases like HD and 720, 1080p, 2K resolution, or cinematic are thrown around a lot into these descriptions of the drones, which might lead you to believe that the video quality will be like that of a much more expensive drone, like DJI, like professional level quality, and it's not the case most of the time. Now, you might think, well, a GoPro shoots in 1080p, so if this thing shoots in 1080p, well then it must be just as good as a GoPro, right?
Actually?
Wrong!
No.
Even if a camera on a cheap camera drone has 1080p quality as advertised, the image, the final image, may still look like trash because camera bitrate, the image processor, the sensor, the lens size is just not the same as a higher quality camera, even just something like a decent action camera. Bottom line, don't take the advertised image quality very seriously. The image quality of most camera drones under 300 are more like just for fun quality and less business marketing quality. The best thing to do is to search YouTube for a review of the drone that you're looking at, and then you can see flight footage and what the actual final image looks like. And that's probably the best way to tell whether it's the right camera drone for you. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, would you do me a personal favor and hit that like button and share this with someone who maybe they are trying to figure out what to look for in their first drone. I would really appreciate it. And of course, if you like videos about drones, that's kind of what I do here on this channel, as well as other RC stuff. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments if this video was helpful to you. I really hope it is. And I would love to hear if you have other questions about your first drone, like what to look for, what's good, what's not good. I would love to be able to help you if I can. So leave a comment. Maybe even somebody else will be able to help you if they see that and they're like, you know what? I know the answer. I want to share that. That would be awesome. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. I'll see you next time.